Good afternoon. This is Dr. Glenn, Course Coordinator for HRM 201, Human Resources Management. I'm joined by Kristen Inciardi, one of the librarians here at Pierce College. HRM 201 is a writing-intensive class that will involve 3 writing assignments and a research paper assignment. Understanding how to search the internet and locate information will be helpful to you in completing the writing assignments as well as the hot topics threaded discussions.
Hi everyone, this is Kristen, one of your librarians. Locating sources for your assignments is what we call being information literate. However, information literacy is not just about using sources beyond your textbook. It involves identifying the correct types of sources needed to complete your assignments and knowing the differences between those types. For example, the differences between a magazine article and a scholarly journal article. Furthermore, it involves using reliable sources written by people whose credentials or authority reflect the information you're seeking. It's knowing how to search the sources you're using, whether it's using keywords and filters in a database or a book's index. It's understanding how using a variety of sources can benefit your research, and importantly, knowing not only why you need to cite sources, but also when and how to do it. Information literacy is not just relevant to your coursework, it's also necessary for a career.
Yes, Kristen, thank you for sharing that information. For example, in human resources, depending on your position, you may have to conduct research on legal briefs, research on what other competitive organizations are doing, or you may have to conduct research on your own so you can keep abreast of current HR trends.
We understand your first impulse when it comes to research is Google, and that's fine. In a career, that may be your main source of information when completing day-to-day responsibilities. However, the sheer amount of information Google provides can be overwhelming. How do you know what information to use? What resources contain the most reliable information? There are some basic questions you can ask yourself about a website to help you determine if it's reliable for the information you need. The 5 criteria for determining a website's reliability are currency, relevance, authority, accuracy, and purpose. So for currency, ask yourself, is this website up to date? For relevance, does the site address your topic, and will its information enhance your assignment? Authority, is the site's author or sponsor clearly defined, and are they qualified to write about this subject? How do you know? Accuracy, does the information on the site provide a list of references? Does the site link to other relevant high-quality sites? And purpose, what is the purpose of the website? To teach, sell, entertain? Is its information biased or one-sided? This is just a very brief overview on how to evaluate websites. For more information about it, check out the Evaluating Websites homepage on our library website. It walks you through a website to determine if it's reliable or not.
Thank you, Kristen. Despite the wealth of information on the internet, you should be using the library's databases when doing class research, particularly for the research paper assignment. Students will be expected to include outside sources in the writing assignments as well as the hot topics.
The library has created an online course guide for HRM 201. A link has been provided in this online discussion. It gives you a general overview of your assignments and recommends specific library databases for completing them. It also includes brief video tutorials on how to search these databases, a video about citations, and a list of links to reliable websites about human resources management. Finally, it provides the library's contact information. You should start exploring these databases now to get a better understanding of how to search for sources for your coursework. We encourage you to reach out to me or our other librarian, Brett, for help. Good luck!